right, in this video, I'm going to show you ethically how to essentially 10x your business overnight. Now, no, I'm not Grant Cardone. This isn't going to be one of those videos. I'm going to show you guys a framework that I've been using for years. And I'm actually going to show you guys literally the strategy of what I'm doing in my business to try to 10x it. Now, before we crack into this whiteboard, I think it's important that I share kind of an idea or a framework, right? I think about things in terms of levers in our business. And the way I think about it is that input-output relationship, right? I'm always looking for the things that have minimal input that have a really, really big output. That's high leverage to me, right? So there's always a lot of different things you could tinker on within your business, but I'm looking for the biggest bang for my buck, the biggest ROE, return on energy. Now, these levers don't just magically appear as a download in your brain one day, right? I don't typically find myself having those stroke of genius moments where I'm in the shower and it hits me like a lightning bolt. No, we've actually got to prompt our mind to go and find these. Now, the truth is our brain is a fact-finding machine. And so what happens is if we can hold an idea in our brain, right? We can hold a question and you let it permeate in your subconscious, the weirdest thing happens. Your brain starts seeking answers. And the trouble with most people is they never ask themselves the right question, or they never ask big enough questions. You're never going to 10x your business without asking questions that revolve around how can I 10x the business? And that's stupid simple, I know, but it's shocking how literal people's questions are, right? They're so grounded in lack and scarcity and think so small. No, it really doesn't cost you anything to think bigger. And it's one of my biggest recommendations. Honestly, it's medicine for myself, something to remind myself of. It doesn't cost you anything to think big. And what I've learned in my short 28 years on this life is, hold a thought in your mind long enough and keep on chipping away at it. And it seems like you could honestly get whatever you want in the world. We are alchemists beyond what we could even imagine. Okay, so that's step number one. We've got to ask big ass questions. So the way I do this, right, I have this whiteboard here. And yes, this is actually the framework that I'm using inside of my coaching business. If you guys don't know, I run a business called landinvestor.co. We teach folks how to grow and scale 6- and 7-figure land businesses. Now, I'm sure I have some competitors on here that might want to take some of this. I really don't care. It's not always just about the idea. I think execution is important. But this is the exercise I went through, okay? So the question that I asked myself was, if I had to 10x my business in the next 30 days, what would I do? Right? I kind of imagine it where someone's putting a gun to my head and saying, look at MF, or you've got to 10x this shit in 30 days. Or another one that I like to play with myself is, if I had to make $1 million in the next 30 days, what would I do? So in this case, we're talking about 10xing, and in particular, we're actually talking about 10xing our call volume, right? So I'm not talking about 10xing revenue. That's certainly a question you could ask. I just said, how can I 10x our call volume? So that would put us in like the 700 to 1,000 calls a month range. Now, there's going to be second order consequences like building out a bigger sales team and all that stuff. I'm not going to worry about that here though. And what you'll find that's really interesting in this exercise is you'll ask these big ass questions, and it's like the bigger the question is, the simpler the answer is. It's the weirdest thing. It's like these really big, grandiose ideas usually have the smallest, highest leverage little lever you pull on, where it's like you move it a millimeter and boom, you get like a megaton of power from it. And so I'm actually going to read these off to you guys. Okay, so how can we 10x our monthly call volume? Well, one, we need a consistent marketing system that we execute on daily, right? We need a playbook that we rely on. And that seems crazy that we don't have a playbook, but we really don't. A lot of our marketing for Leah has just kind of been haphazard. It's been intuition based, like, oh, I'll send an email today. Oh, I'll make a video today. So actually having some kind of structure where it says, hey, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, on and on and on again, you know exactly what you're working on to move the needle forward on marketing. Okay, pretty simple, right? Next one, this kind of goes in the same vein, right? Daily emails, well written with calls to action. So part of our marketing plan is, hey, we should send daily emails, because I ask myself these questions and I say, well, let me go look at our data, right? So I start pulling back the curtain on where all of our calls are coming from. Oh shit, email really moves the needle, right? So again, when we ask ourselves these questions, the brain wants to find answers. And sometimes that happens subconsciously, but sometimes that means getting your ass up and coming over to the computer and starting to actually search for it. So it could be very conscious or it could be subconscious, but again, those answers start coming to you. So holy shit, part of our marketing plan is we need daily emails. Holy crap, part of our marketing plan is we should do weekly live YouTubes with our members. Holy crap, we should do monthly webinars for people that aren't inside of Leah, but maybe you're on the outskirts. Maybe it's you watching this video, right? Hey, I like to watch the videos, but I've never booked a call, or I'm not inside Leah. Okay, cool. How can we have something that nurtures people that are on the outside? Well, not so much the outside, but like in the middle, right? They're not totally cold. They're not smoking hot. They're warm. And so that's a repeatable system that we can execute on. And we know every day, here's what we have to do. Every week, here's what we have to do. And every month, here's what we have to do. Kind of fucking simple, right? But again, that stuff doesn't just come to me like a stroke of genius. And you might be saying, Sumner, how could you not realize you should be doing that? Well, I don't know. Sometimes when you're in the trenches of your business, you have blinders on. And asking big ass questions like this makes you zoom out. Okay, so the next thing that we need to work on is how to get more email subscribers. Okay, we want more people on our list. We've got a couple thousand people on our list. How do we have tens of thousands of people on our list? Because again, that's super high leverage, right? If I'm already doing daily emails and I go from 3,000 members on our email list to 30,000 members on my email list, that took really no more work, right? If the same time goes in to send the email, so input is this, output is that. Right? So again, that's a very high leverage thing. Instead of saying, well, how do I send more emails? How do I do 3 emails a day? It's like, how do I get 3x the reach with 1 email a day, but just more eyeballs? So to do that, we need to give away more free stuff and good stuff. I think free stuff is amazing, but most people's free stuff sucks. So give away good stuff. That includes sharing this stuff inside of our Discord, right? We have a Discord, landinvestor.co/Discord if you want to get some free stuff. Call to action on our YouTube and a podcast should be free values. We got a few things that we're tinkering on that we're going to be giving away on this channel, right? And then how the heck do I get more eyeballs? God, is there anything more high leverage than more distribution, than more eyeballs and more attention? I think not, right? That's why there's solo creators out there that are making millions of dollars a year with them, a camera, and like some kind of simple offer. So how do I get more eyeballs? Well, better YouTube content, right? I hired an SEO coach. Someone's actually going to show us how to do SEO. I don't know jack squat about SEO. Making more videos, making better videos, taking better content ideas, like actually researching our content ideas and not just going off of my gut instinct of what Sumner wants to talk about that day. Cool, so that's how we get more eyeballs. I already talked about the SEO thing. That was number 2, better titles, better descriptions, keywords, all that stuff. And then more appearances on other people's platforms, right? So how can I go share my land investing knowledge to other people and hijack their audience, right? How can I go on someone's podcast or how can I go on someone's YouTube channel and share what we do in the land world and bring it to their audience, right? So again, none of this shit would have just come to me. Again, no one just gets these downloads. So much of invention and ingenuity, people think it's like this light bulb moment. And I call BS on that. It's about asking big ass questions and letting your subconscious and your conscious go to work to find answers. And it doesn't matter what business you're in, this shit works, right? I do this in my land business. We do this in our software business. We do this in our coaching business. And frankly, I'm kind of surprised that I shared all that with you, but I just wanted to give you a real world example. All right, guys, hope you liked this video. See you in the next one. Give it a thumbs up, subscribe.